Welcome to Wayne's World, where we talk about anything and everything except politics. We may talk about our health or personal issues, what we are facing in life, along with music, videos, and art. If you have any questions, we'll try to answer them as well. We may talk about wrestling from the past and or wrestling from today and the differences between the two. We will tell stories from the road in the wrestling business. We may even tell jokes and do comedy too. You never know what we'll discuss or what the topic may be. You can catch Wayne's World on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Now here's your host, Greg Wayne.
Boy, I tell you what, we have got one hell of a show going on out here tonight. We have got more things than you can positively shake a stick at. Trying to wipe blood off my hand where the cat got me earlier. It is one of them nights, guys. It is Friday night. That's right, guys. Hope a lot of y'all tune in. If you don't, that's okay. But I do realize I did change my schedule last night. And instead of being on last night, I decided to come on tonight. Yesterday, I had to work. I was out in the cold all day. Did not really feel good when I got home, and sort of sick and not really feeling good. I did not think this would really do justice to the man that we are going to discuss tonight. And I think the world of this guy. I think the world of him, actually. He is one of the most energetic people in the business. He's paid his dues, always showed up early, asked if there was anything he could do to help. No matter if it was setting up the ring or trying to help in concessions or setting up chairs or whatever it was. This man here has paid his dues time over and over again. And we are talking about none other than the one and only Jimmy Hart. That's right, guys. Right there you see him on the screen. It is the mouth of the South. And it is Jimmy Hart out there, guys. That is who we're going to cover tonight. Be sure you share, like, and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube and Twitter, Twitch, whatever it may be. The best place to make comments and all that kind of stuff is on the Facebook page of Wayne's World, which is this. And I am going to go over to my chat right now because I'm going to try to close everything off because I ain't like Randy Hills. I don't have somebody to push all the buttons and stuff for me. I have to do it myself. PJ says, hi, Greg. Hi, everyone. The first lady of Power Pro Wrestling is in the house out there, guys, all the way from Thailand. And she says, hello, everyone. Laza, all the way over from Australia. Good day, mate. Good to see you, buddy. He says, greeting from Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. Rodney W. Robinson is in the house. He's saying good evening, everybody, or everyone, I should say. Liza also says, you don't want to shake a stick at the dog. You might think you're playing catch. I have to agree with you 100% there. And Rodney W. Robinson also says, thanks for thanking me, Greg. I have no problem in the world doing that. In case anybody ain't there actually noticed yet, I'm sort of bleeding here. I played with my cat earlier and it scratched the crap out of me. I'm still bleeding. I'm on blood thinners, guys. I have heart issues. But anyway, the thing is, I'm glad everybody's out there tonight. We have got one hell of a show. There's absolutely no way I can cover all this tonight. So, I have to get my dad's cell phone up. Otherwise, I have to call Jerry Lawler or Kevin Lawler or whatever and try to get in touch with the person we're going to talk about tonight. I would absolutely love Jimmy Hart to be a guest on this show tonight. However, it is last minute. I did this last night. I decided to do a show on him. I've got a few videos, major videos actually, that I'm tending to my my bleeding. The thing is I've got some videos and I've got a ton of pictures. However, some of the pictures are owned by WWE. So I can't actually show all that. I can't show all the footage from WWE and all different things because I get a copyright strike and that kind of thing on YouTube and some of the other channels that I'm on. So if you would like, I can show the video. However, the ones that I have are not, I don't think, copyrighted by WWE. I'm not sure if Jimmy sold all of his footage and everything to Vince. However, I know Vince was buying up a lot of stuff. But anyway, that's beside the point. Anyway, Rod says, thanks for having me, Greg. I do appreciate you being there, Rod. My youngest daughter, Della, I'm going to throw this up on the screen. She says, mouth of the South. That's right, guys. Laza also pops up here and he says, Jimmy Hart, outside of wrestling, also has some great music background. Quite a talented man. Yes, Laza, I have got some music and video of Jimmy Hart's music. And one of the things I wanted to show before I brought myself in and done all this was one of his hits that he had back in 1965. And it was Keep On Dancing. I have the original video of that. And God, I keep bleeding. I hate these damn blood thinners. But anyway, I have the original video of that. And if you notice in the video, Jimmy, if you recognize him, it's not hard to recognize Jimmy. He's sort of following the lead singer's lead on the song, and he's just sort of, going along with it, which I never thought. I always thought Jimmy was the lead singer, and he wasn't. Not on that song anyway. But I do have that video, and it is back in black and white. It is not a actual Jimmy Hart thing, like he portrayed that it was all Jimmy Hart and this, that, and the other, and it wasn't. He was just part of the group. But I do have that video all the way back from 1965, guys. So we are going to show that here just very, very shortly. I'm going to get it back into the comments. And let's see. Let's go to Lazo's next comment. And he says, I have had cats scratch me before. It sucks. Yes, it does, Lazo. Damn cat tore my fingers up. I was playing a little rough with her and probably shouldn't have. But anyway, I've been bleeding for like 30 minutes. It's not bad. It's just won't quit. But anyway, we're going to get off that. And Lazo also makes another comment. He says, Greg Wayne does a blood spot courtesy of the cat. Yeah, I do. And Thomas is out there in the house tonight, guys. I do appreciate you out there, Thomas. He says, evening Pops. Yes, I have several friends and people that I know that call me Pops and Granddaddy and everything else that goes along with it. I have a total of 5 people out there watching right now, and I have not checked my list yet because I'm still bleeding, trying to quit bleeding, to see who all's watching and where they're watching from. So far, everybody is watching on Wayne's World. Brooks says, hello, everyone. And it is great to see Brooks out there in the house tonight. We are fixing to show the video. I have to cue it up, so give me just 1 second. And it is this one here, and I'm going to pop it in and throw it on the screen. This is back in 1965, guys. 65 to 2000 was 35 years, I think. I think 35. I think my math's correct on that. I need Pat Trammell and them out here to get my math. He's like a mathematician. But anyway, that was 35 years ago in the year 2000. Here we are in 2024. And so 24 and 35 would be 59 years ago, I think, something like that. But anyway, this was 59 years ago. And this is the song that made Jimmy Hart famous and the Gentrys. This is an old video. It's pretty decent quality. It's not the best video in the world. However, just take a look at Jimmy Hart back in 1965, guys. Here it is. You never see the little go-go girls going on back then. That's mid-60s, guys. And there you go, guys. That is Keep On Dancing, Jimmy Hart and the Gentrys. I'm not really sure if he was an actual favorite on that group or not, but he was in the Gentrys. They also did the American Bandstand with, I forget the damn name of the person that did all that. But anyway, I'm still doctoring my finger. The thing is Jimmy is a very, very, very talented person. There are so many things that Jimmy can do, and there is a ton of video out there on him. I have one that is about 3 hours, and I'm going to break it up into segments, and we're going to show that over the next 2 or 3 weeks. There's absolutely no way I can show everything on Jimmy Hart in one show. Tonight we are going to do the Wikipedia of Jimmy Hart. Jimmy is still alive. He was born in 1944, January 1st, matter of fact, in Jackson, Mississippi. I don't know exactly what his age is. I ain't trying to figure all that out yet. However, we are going to, in the coming weeks, I have to charge my dad's phone. Like I said earlier, I am going to get Jimmy Hart's phone number and see if I can get him on the show and see what we can do to answer questions and stuff that some of the fans may have that they may want to know about Jimmy Hart or something that he experienced or whatever the case may be. Again, I don't have Jimmy Hart's number right off the top of my head. I know my dad's got it in his phone, but it's been dead for 8 years. I don't have a charger for it. But anyway, if not, I'll contact Jerry Lawler. I know he has his number, or somebody that has his number. And then after that, this whole series here is on managers. I'm doing Jimmy Hart first because he is one of the premier managers that is in the wrestling business, or that has been in the wrestling business. Bobby the Brain Heenan, Downtown Bruno, Jimmy Hart. I mean, there's so many that has been in the business of a managing role. It is absolutely unbelievable how much I'm bleeding. I cannot believe this. But anyway, the thing is it is one of them things where I cannot cover Jimmy Hart in one show. There's absolutely no way. So tonight we are going to show a few pictures of him, and I'm going to read his biography from Wikipedia. And Laza also says, he says, Greg Wayne passes out from blood loss like Stone Cold with the Hitman. BIA sharpshooter. The Cat wins TKO. No, I'm not really squeamish as far as bleeding goes. I just can't get my damn pinky to quit bleeding. It's one of them things where the damn cat got me really good. But anyway, and Roddy Gardner says, Jimmy Cornette. Yes, I'm going to do him too. I'm also going to contact Jimmy and find out if he is available and would like to do this. I contacted Chavo Guerrero here a while back when I did my story on Eddie Guerrero. I don't know that it was Chavo. It's one of the things a friend requested on Facebook and this, that, and the other, and it probably wasn't him. But I never heard back from him, and I really would have liked to have his input on Eddie Guerrero. But anyway, that's beside the point, one way or the other. And even if it had been Eddie's wife, Vicky, I would have absolutely loved to have all the kids, everybody, on the show. However, it just did not work out that way. I never did hear back, and I sort of figure it was probably a bullshit Facebook profile. So, but anyway, that's beside the point. I do have contacts in the wrestling business. I just don't choose to. I don't choose to call them. It's one of them things where. No, wait a minute. I'm gonna pop this up here. Thomas says, "Oh my God." Why do you say that? Why do you say, "Oh my God"? And he also pops up another comment. He says, I'm a Cornette Mark. Yes, a lot of people are. Lazo says, will be cool to see Jimmy on the show. Will be exciting. Yes, I really hope I can get a hold of him. And I'm hoping, 'cause I know I've known Jimmy for, God, ever since he started. I was a little young kid at the time. Jimmy has always been very nice to me. He has always been very polite. He's never been, so to speak, pissed off at me. And I wish I could quit bleeding my damn pinky. It's killing me. Let me just hold this shit here. And Jimmy has always been, what you see on TV is what you get. He is the same way backstage as he is on television. Somebody else just popped up another comment, and it's Laza. It says a few wrestling personalities do cameo a way to contact people. Not sure if Jimmy uses it or not. Thank you very much, Erlaza. Thomas also says, I'm a member of the cult of Cornette. Yes, there is a cult of Cornette. Jimmy Cornette, and I'm not trying to get off the subject here. Jimmy Cornette has his own. I got blood all over my damn pants and everywhere. The thing is, Jimmy Cornette has his own cult that follows him. He rants more than anybody I've ever seen. And Thomas also says he does, but only on certain occasions. No, you could talk to Jimmy and Jimmy Cornette on a regular basis, and he would find something to bitch about no matter which way it went. That's just Jimmy. That's why he's so damn hard to deal with. But he is a really, really great guy. He's a good historian of wrestling and Memphis wrestling and Smoky Mountain and all the different things that he's done. Jimmy's library, I guess that'd be the right way to put it, is extensive. It's sort of like getting the old timers on here, like Jerry Lawler, Bill Dundee, Austin Idol, or Tommy Rich, or Doug Gilbert, or whoever. Speaking of Doug Gilbert, his mom just passed away here recently. Here a few weeks ago, I did a story on Tommy Gilbert. Then I done one on Eddie Gilbert. I contacted Doug to come on the podcast, and Doug said he was trying to spend as much time with his mom as he could, and this, that, and the other. I read between the lines and realized his mom was sick. After that, I contacted Randy Hales, and he said, yeah, a week or so ago, Doug had told me his mom was really, really bad, and she was fixing to pass, and this, that, and the other. And I was like, that really sucks. And I hate that I wasn't able to get Doug on, because I really did want to. And I'm not sure what video this is trying to load. But I'm going to stop it and remove source. I have no idea. I don't remember what it was that loaded. But anyway, the thing is I do have contacts, and I can make the show really, really interesting. But I need y'all to like, share, subscribe to YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook. Mainly this page, which is Wayne's World, on Greg Wayne. And I absolutely love everybody that comes out and watches. I've got 5 people watching now. Everybody's watching on Wayne's World. Everybody so far is on Facebook. And Thomas says, I'm going to throw this up here real quick. I have 5 autograph figures of his. One is signed by Dr. Tommy Wayne. There you go, guy. All you got to do is push yourself and do what you got to do. Laza says, replying to Thomas Billingsley, thumbs up. There you go. And anybody else out there, guys, we are fixing to get into this thing on Jimmy Hart. This is rather lengthy, so I am going to have to unclip it and make sure I get all my pages right. I started to pre-tape all this, and I probably should have, because it's been easier to put all the pictures, and I've got more pictures and stuff that you can shake a stick at. So, here's what I'm going to do. I am going to start reading, and then I'm going to throw a picture up, quite naturally. I'm going to start reading, and then when I get to a point where I remember there's a video, see where the cat got me? Tore me up. I am going to show a video. And it relates to the same thing. It relates to the story of Jimmy Hart. So it sort of all fits together. There's so much Jimmy Hart has done in the business, and it is hard to cover in one show. There's absolutely no way I can cover it all in one show. I've got 7 people watching now. I hope everybody out there, I got somebody out there watching on Twitter. I'm absolutely tickled to death about that. I did not think anybody would watch on Twitter, but they did. So say hello if you can. I'm not real sure how Twitter works, but anyway, appreciate you watching. So this is the story on Jimmy Hart. So I have, real quick, I need to load some pictures up and try to make sure that I have everybody going on, and there's so many pictures I've got. There's so much out there on Jimmy Hart. I'm going to start with this one. So, cancel that, and we're going to go to this one. All right, we're going to go with this one first, and this is Jimmy Hart. James Ray Hart, born January 1st, 1944. Y'all can do the math, figure out how old he is an American professional wrestling manager, executive, composer, and musician. He is currently signed to the WWE in a Legends deal. He is best known for his work in the World Wrestling Federation, the WWF, and World Championship Wrestling, WCW, and used the nickname the Mouth of the South, one that is also given to Ted Turner. He is a one-time world champion in the American Wrestling Association, the AWA. Regarded by many as one of the greatest managers in professional wrestling history, Hart has managed the likes of the Honky Tonk Man, Bret Hart, no relation, and Jim Neidhart, the Hart Foundation, Greg the Hammer Valentine, Jerry the King Lawler, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, Irwin R. Shyster, the Mountie, the Natural Disasters, Dino Bravo, the Nasty Boys, the Giant, and, last but not least, Hulk Hogan. He was briefly the AWA Southern Heavyweight Champion in 1981. Before becoming involved with the professional wrestling, Hart was a member of the rock band The Gentrys, best known for their 1965 Top 5 Billboard Hot 100 hit, Keep On Dancing. Now, I am going to change the picture. Cut that one off. I don't have a lot of pictures loaded. Jimmy Hart was born in Jackson, Mississippi. He was brought into the wrestling by Jerry the King Lawler, who knew of Hart because both he and Jimmy Hart had attended Memphis Treadwell High School. Having been asked to sing backup with Lawler, Hart later became Lawler's manager. After splitting from Lawler, Hart created a stable known as the First Family of Wrestling. And I thought I added that picture, but I did not, so I'm going to throw this one up. There's so much on here, it ain't even funny. After splitting from Lawler, Hart created a stable known as the First Family of Wrestling to attack Lawler, which among others included Hulk Hogan, King Kong Bundy, Ravishing Rick Rude, Leaping Lanny Poffo, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, Ox Baker, Kamala, Macho Man Randy Savage, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, the Iron Sheik, and Kevin Sullivan. So right there, guys, you have a ton of things that you can relate to. In 1982, Hart became national headlines doing a program with comedian and television star Andy Kaufman. Hart, Lawler, and Kaufman would continue this feud for over a year. Around that time, Hart became known as the Wimp, a nickname given to him by Jerry Lawler and chanted by his fans, and was the subject of the song Wimp Busters, which was sung by Jerry Lawler and the tune of Ghostbusters by Ray Parker Jr. A music video was also made. Lawler announced Lance Russell and wrestlers such as Randy Savage, Jimmy Valiant, Dutch Mantell, Tommy Rich, and Rufus R. Jones, along with the footage of Lawler beating Hart and his first family. In 1981 through 1984, he had led Austin, Masao Ito, and Gilbert to the NWA, AWA international titles. Now, let's see if I can find the video real quick. And I don't have it in there. That stinks. So let's go this way. I have that video. I just got to figure out where it's at. La 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 la. I've got so many damn videos and stuff on here. It's hard to find everything. It's not in there. Website stream. Nothing there. I don't know. I can't remember everything, guys. Anyway, in 1985, Hart took the Funk family under his wing. The Funks included Terry and Hoss Funk, as well as their kayfabe brother, Jimmy Jack Funk. Hart wrestled on house shows with the Funks. On July 12, 1986, Hart won a battle royal to receive $50,000 at Madison Square Gardens. When the Honky Tonk Man turned heel, Hart became his manager. In this position, Hart was nicknamed the Colonel, in a reference to Colonel Tom Parker, the manager of Elvis Presley. With Hart in his corner, the Honky Tonk Man captured the Intercontinental Heavyweight title from Ricky the Dragon Steamboat on June 2nd, 1987, and held it until August of 1988. During that time, the Honky Tonk Man feuded with Randy Savage and his manager, Miss Elizabeth. The Colonel moniker stuck with him for years, even after the Honky Tonk Man departed the company in early 1991. At WrestleMania 3, Hart was involved in 3 matches and took some incredible bumps during the show. His first appearance was with the adorable Adrian Adonis, who fought Rowdy Piper. Then came the 6-man tag match, pitting the Hart Foundation against Danny Davis and the Bulldogs and Tito Santana. Jimmy Hart's third appearance on the show was then with Honky Tonk Man fought Jake the Snake Roberts, who had rock legend Alice Cooper in his corner. Following that match, Hart left alone in the ring, and Roberts and Cooper teamed up to Roberts and Cooper teamed up to terrorize him with Roberts' pet snake, Damien. In 1987, Hart managed the WWF Women's Tag Team Champions, Judy Martin and Lilani Kai, known as the Glamorous Girls. Martin and Kai mostly feuded with Japanese teams, the Jumping Bomb Angels. Now, and this is going to be hard for me to pronunciate. Excuse me, PJ. Noriori Tatano and Atsuki, I can't pronunciate that name, Yamazaki. Hart was named Pro Wrestling Illustrated Manager of the Year in 1987, an award he won again in 1994. As WrestleMania 4, Hart received a haircut from Brutus the Barber Beefcake after interfering in an Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship match between Beefcake and the Honky Tonk Man, helping Honky Tonk Man retain the title by getting disqualified. When the Hart Foundation fired Hart as a manager and he turned face in 1988, he managed the fabulous Rougeau brothers. I've got that picture somewhere. Let me bring that up. We go to presentations and slide down, and there it is. Present, and there it is. And close that one out. There's the Rougeau brothers. I do remember that part of it because I was watching that back then. I gotta find back where I was at. All right. And turned face in 1988. He managed the fabulous Rougeau brothers to feud with his former team. The angle was the Hart still remained the managerial rights to his former team and gave a portion of it to the Rougeaus, giving them the right to appear at ringside whenever the Hart Foundation wrestled. At SummerSlam 1988, Hart accompanied Demolition and Mr. Fuji to help retain their WWF Tag Team titles against the Hart Foundation. Axe used Hart's megaphone as an foreign object to strike Brett in the head and secure the victory. In 1988, Hart brought Dino Bravo into his stable in departure from Frenchie Martin. Then, at a push-up contest between the Ultimate Warrior and Bravo, Hart and Bravo invited a large 460-pound man from the audience, later known as Earthquake, into the ring to sit on the contestants' backs. Particularly, the large man was planted in the audience by Hart and Bravo, and they eventually teamed up against the Warrior. In 1990, Hart groomed Earthquake to be the man to beat Hulk Hogan. Hart continued his war with his former tag team, the Hart Foundation. In 1990, he combined his proteges, Honky Tonk Man and Greg Valentine, in the short-lived team of Rhythm and Blues, though they had teamed previously as themselves when faced the Hart Foundation at WrestleMania 5. In 1991, he managed the Nasty Boys to defeat the Hart Foundation for the WWF Tag Team title at WrestleMania 7, this time using a motorbike helmet as a weapon. And we are going to stop right there. And like I said, there is so much that, and it should bring me back up right about now. I've got so many things going on. Why is all this other stuff on here? I do not understand. I'm going to stop right there. But anyway, that's that one. Oh, there I am. I forgot to click one. That is just part of the story out there, guys. There are so many things out there that it is absolutely amazing. I'm only like halfway through the list, and I am going to show a video right now of the different things that has happened over the years. One of the things that is very prominent out there, guys, it is something that Jimmy Hart came up with. Of course, everybody out there knows Lance had a big nose. It's one of the first, not the first, but one of the first videos that came out. And it was called Lance Russell's Nose. Hope y'all enjoy this, guys. I've got a couple more videos I want to show after this. Here it is.
Oh, man, no taste at all. No taste at all. All right. Now, now you've seen all the rest, but now you're going to look at the very, very best. Because I tell you what I've done now. Before I do this, though, one thing the Fabs and the Rock and Roll Express have in common. When they go and do one of their specials, they have to go and plunk down $2 to buy a record so they can put it on their little turntable so they can do it. But not Jimmy Hart. Why? Because when I do a special, which you're fixing to see right now, a little surprise for you, Lance Russell, I hope you enjoy it, then I don't have to do it because I write, I produce, I do it all, man. I play guitar, bass, I sing it, and it's probably going to be the #1 hit in the world today. It's the greatest song I've ever written, and I want you to roll it right now. I know you're going to love this, Lance Russell. I know you're going to love this, Russell. Come on.
Artist on the horizon, actually got a new artist. A lot of people calling, the phones are lighting up this morning for the new record from
Now,
Jimmy
this
Hart.
was
It's called
shown,
Lance Russell's
and it
Nose.
was live on FM 100, which is the radio station affiliate of WMC.
Listening to my radio late last night when I heard a knock on my door. I went to the window and I peeked outside. It was a girl about 5'4". She said she saw my name on a bathroom wall, so she thought she'd give me a try. So I locked the door and I invited her in. But when I turned on the light, she had Lance Russell's nose. She had Lance Russell's nose. Little rocky smile that drives me wild, and Lance Russell's nose. She had Brooke Shields' hair. You should have been there. Boy, was I surprised. Bo Derek Hill and Mick Jagger lips and Michael Jackson's eyes. Dolly Parton's chest. You know that's the best. And old Herschel Walker's thighs. I was doing all right till she turned on the light. It was then I realized she had Lance Russell's nose. She had Lance Russell's nose. Little rocky smile that drives me wild, and Lance Russell's nose. Did everybody want you? Did everybody want you? Did everybody want you?
Still ain't figured out what this part of the video was. That's the only ones I could find. Guess it's making fun of the Fabulous ones.
She had Lance Russell's nose. She had Lance Russell's nose. Little rocky smile that drives me wild, and Lance Russell's nose. She had Lance Russell's nose. She had Lance Russell's nose. Little rocky smile that drives me wild, and Lance Russell's nose. #1, Russell! #1!
Well, I tell you, if it is, it'll be the first one you've had around. At least you got, being a little more of a gentleman than you are, it saves me from saying what I would like to do with those records and earphones. We'll take time out and be back in just a moment.
All right, guys. There it is. Lance Russell's nose. I don't know why that ain't stopping yet, but I'm going to stop it now and bring me back on. That is Lance Russell's nose, guys. As far as I know, Jimmy came up with that all on his own. Done a fantastic job for it. There are so many videos and stuff out there. One of the main things that we're going to talk about music here for just for a second. When I was still in school, this was one of the songs that came out. It was sort of in the, I guess, late 80s, I guess. I grew attached to it, so to speak. And no, Laza, I'm still bleeding. It's not a Weird Al thing, Laza. All the way over in Brisbane, over in Australia. It just reminds me of Weird Al and the song and video. Sorta, but not really. And he also says, replying to Al Tuttle, enjoying Wayne's World. I'm absolutely glad you are. Hope everybody out there is sharing it. I've got like 3 people still watching. I can't quit freaking bleeding for some reason. But anyway, we are going to show one more video, and then we're going to get out of here. And then next week, I will continue the Jimmy Hart story. I am going to try to contact Jimmy here in the next, I don't know, week or so, and try to get him on the screen and with us live here in person to answer your questions. However, this is one of his songs when I was still in school, and I still remember this to the day, actually. It was absolutely fantastic, and it was called We Hate School. So here it is, guys. Out there, enjoy. Favorite song.
My mother yells, get off the phone. Have you done your homework? Is that radio on? I said, no, we hate school. We hate school. Rock and roll. We hate school. We hate school.
We hate school.
We hate school. We hate school. Rock and roll. We hate school. We hate school. Shove it one down.
All right, we are back once again out there, guys. I hope everybody out there enjoyed that video, or actually the music, because there wasn't much of a video. I could not find anything that was decent as far as video goes. He did do a video on it, and I tried to download it, but the quality wasn't really good as far as the sound goes, so I chose to go with that. So I did the best I could. Of course, everybody out there always knows I always try to do the best I can with what I've got, and everybody's still watching on Wayne's World, and I do appreciate it. Lazo says, I didn't like school very much. A lot of people didn't. And he also made a comment. He says, Greg Wayne literally giving blood, sweat, tears for the episode of Wayne's World. Yes, I am. I'm still bleeding. But anyway, Lazo says, all the way over to Australia, he says, loving the tunes by Jimmy Hart. Thank you very much, Laza. He also says, replying to Thomas Billingsley. Thumbs up, buddy. There you go. And Thomas, let me find his comment. It says, lots of laugh in the 80s when all you needed was a Casio keyboard. I have to agree. There are so many things out there, guys, today that you can use. Same thing. If I turn my voice changer thing on, I can go,
What in the hell are we doing? And I don't know if y'all can hear that or not, but I can. I bring it up, and then I can change it.
to like a cathedral type thing, or I can change it to something like a cave. So, but I am going to turn all that back off, so that way I'm back where I need to be. Thomas says, not a clue. There are so many things out there, guys, and I try to catch up on everything. Unfortunately, I'm not. I'm still bleeding. Unfortunately, I'm not caught up on all the technology today, but I have found a few things that I like, and we are going to continue this thing next week, next Thursday night, and it's going to be I got to figure out my date. Today's the 19th, so it'll be on the 25th. We're going to continue the episode on Jimmy Hart, because I still have not finished all of his reading and everything that's on here. A lot of the stuff that I came across is owned by the WWE. So that tells me that he probably sold all of his rights and everything to Vince. And that's okay. I ain't got a problem with that. However, certain countries and certain territories on YouTube and whatever will not show the video, which I really don't care. I don't care about going to Israel or Iran or whatever. However, I don't want to violate too much because they will block me. However, God, I wish I quit bleeding. The thing is I have got a ton more of stuff for Jimmy Hart. Matter of fact, let me bring something else up. Let me go to more video. I did Lance Russell's nose. I did We Hate School. I did Keep On Dancing song. So let me bring this one up. This is going to create a lot of topic, and I'm going to do what I can to get his son Shane Russell, however you're going to pronunciate it, on here maybe next week. And we're going to talk about this next video that I'm going to show. Is one that Shane loves to talk about. Matter of fact, I ended up with Shane's car. It was a 74 710 Datsun, and his sister ended up driving it for a little while. But anyway, the thing is this was Jimmy Hart's exit out of Memphis wrestling. And I want to make sure everybody understands this was not necessarily planned. Things were mentioned, but nothing was ever set in stone. And Jimmy Hart sort of done this on his own, and it went to a full stream being suspended and this, that, and the other, which it really didn't matter because that coming Monday or whatever, Tuesday, whatever day it was, he was supposed to go to Vince McMahon in WWE or WWF or whatever it was at the time. So this is the video from that, and I'm going to do what I can to get Shane on the horn next week next Thursday night at 7 o'clock and get his views and opinions on all this. And here's the video, guys.
Yeah, bad news. I just want to point out again, we also saw right there, you're in there with flour and you think it's so funny in there.
Well, you better believe it. It's 1985. What did I come out here and say what I was going to do? From now on, we're taking no prisoners in any kind of match. Let me tell you something, white boys. We got you out of the family because I wanted to get you out of the family because you were dead weight to me. I found them in Walgreens working up there somewhere in Kennett, Missouri, baby. But let me tell you something. I tried to make them, but I couldn't make them. Now, they want to come back, and they want to put this 5-pound bag of flour on a 45-foot pole.
That's
Right or
right.
wrong? I can't even talk. I'm so excited about this match. Well, let me tell you something, punk. There is not a person in the world that can pull anything over Jimmy Hart. Do you know how much is in this bag
Yeah,
right here?
I know how
It's
much
enough
is
to
in
cover
it,
a whole
Jimmy.
bunch of... There's a lot of flour in here. It's enough to cover a lot of
Would you
people.
quit crying about it? If they get a hold of it and they use it, I have an idea who they may want to use it
That's
upon.
right. Oh, that's good. See, you want to make fun of me because you want to see them dumping on me, don't you, Russell?
All
Well,
I
look,
can tell
how
you
do you
is-
like it on
Oh,
you?
Jimmy.
You look great.
All right, Hart.
You look great.
I'm telling you
Great, Russell.
Get out of
You
here.
laugh at it now.
All right, Hart, you're out of here. You're out of here.
can't
You
make
are
me leave.
suspended. You better believe I can. I'll tell you one thing. I'm not going to put up with you around here anymore.
You look great, Russell.
Hart, you're suspended. Get out of here. Lynn, will you get that stupid fool out of here?
You know something, Lance Russell, the only reason Jimmy Hart's doing this right now is because he knows Eddie Marlin ain't here to stop him.
Well,
and
he
nobody
stopped.
will take up for this stuff.
I'm doing
Why
it
don't you
to
come do it to me, big man? Bring it over here.
I'll do it to you.
I'll tell you one thing, Jimmy. You are suspended. You can believe it right now. You better believe what I'm telling you. You are suspended.
Suspend me?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. I'm not going to be around here anymore working with you. You just listen to what I'm telling you. Hart, you think you're so cotton-picking smart. That you watch me. You just see what I can get done with the whole thing.
I'll tell you one thing, Lance, right now. We got something for Jimmy Hart coming up, brother. We got a surprise. And one way or the other, Hart,
Boy,
we're gonna put a stop
this
to
is
you,
the
Jack.
lowest thing you ever pulled. And anything you can do to him will be just... Jimmy, get out of here. Get out of here. I don't want to see you around here anymore. You are suspended. Now get out of here. You're just taking an opportunity. You think because Marlon's not here. Well, I can tell you something else. We got a little pull in there, brother, and you better get out of here right now. I'm sick of it.
Right now, put it on me, Jack. Try to throw me in the snow, Jackson. He ain't man enough. You ain't got guts enough. Why didn't you so hard
Jimmy,
to stop you in Atlanta?
Get out of here. I'll tell you, somebody will be here. He'll be over and run you. You are suspended. Get out of here. I don't want you here anymore. Get out of here. Jimmy, get out of here. Now, I'm telling you,
You can't suspend me.
You
There's
better
no way
believe I
you can
can
suspend me.
suspend it.
What gives you the authority?
You just
what
watch
gives
and
you the
see what
authority?
kind of authority
Let me tell
I
you
got.
what, baby, maybe I'll suspend you. Maybe
get
I'll
out.
suspend
All right,
you.
Jimmy.
Okay, I'll
You're
brush
done.
it off. I'll
Get
brush
out.
it
Get
off.
out. You're not
Okay,
brushing
okay.
off anything.
Hey,
Get
don't
out
have a
of
heart
here.
attack, Russell. Okay, I'm with
You're
you.
done and out of it. Get out of here. I don't want to see you in here anymore.
You can't suspend
Dave, you
me.
want to get
He
this
can't
thing?
suspend me.
Well, there it is right there, guys. Jimmy Hart dumped 5 pounds of flour on Lance Russell. That was his absolute last day at Memphis TV. It is one of them things where, like, Jimmy had gotten the phone calls for 2 or 3 weeks, and he never answered his phone. Anyway, finally somebody called him and said, "Hey, Jimmy, why don't you answer your phone, this, that, and the other," and so forth. And he went to WWE, or WWF at the time. And it was one of them things where, how did they get rid of Jimmy? I mean, he was the manager of the Mid-South. He was the manager of Jerry Lawler. He was he was everything. So they came up with an idea, or Jimmy did, to dump the flour on Lance and suspend him. And pretty much that was the last time he was on TV. But anyway, we are going to get back to the comments. PJ says, let me go back all the way up to back to Al Tuttle. He says, "I like Eat Your Heart Out, Rick Springfield by Hart, but that was a WWF song in 1986, I think." No, actually, Al, that was not. I heard that song before. It may have been a WWF song, but I can't remember. I do remember the song, though, and I do like that song. PJ says, all the way over in Thailand, she says, and years later, Lance had his payback and did the same thing back to Jimmy. He probably did. I'm sure he did. Liza over in Australia says, cooking lessons with Jimmy Hart, how to bake a cake, 101. I absolutely love it, guys. Al Tuttle replies to Liza, and he says, smiley face. And Thomas pops up. He says, didn't lead up to the Lawyer Gilbert match where if Eddie lost, Jimmy had to leave town. No, that is in the future podcast. I do have that lined up, but it's going to be a little bit. And Thomas also says, which was when Jimmy left for the WWF. You are absolutely 100% correct, Thomas. That is when he left to go to WWE or WWF at the time. And that was the finish of all that. I think Lance knew. However, like I said, I'm going to try to get a hold of his son Shane and find out the backstories of it. I have seen it on Randy Hill's show, and I don't remember everything, but I would absolutely love to have Shane on here. But anyway, we are fixing to get ready to get out of here, guys. It is on a Friday night, and it is Wayne's World out there, guys. I hope everybody out there had fun tonight. We are going to continue the story once again next Thursday night, and it is the 25th of January 2024. Be sure you tune in, guys. We're going to finish the bio. We're going to finish and show some more video, some more pictures, and that's next week out there, guys. Be sure you tune in. This is Greg Wayne for Wayne's World saying good night, everybody.